The absurdity of Mitt Romney as the GOP nominee is self-evident for anyone who wishes to do a morsel of research, and for anyone who chooses to make their decision based on logic and reason. This guy is the gift that keeps on giving to the Democrats. I mean, it's amazing that people can actually swallow this nonsense about how Mitt Romney can change Washington, D.C. and turn back the tides of socialism because he was a businessman and made $250 million. His approximate net worth, according to the media. That itself, they believe, they're willing to accept, makes him a conservative. Some of the wealthiest people in this country, in the world, are socialists. It's a strange dichotomy, but not really when you think about the arrogance behind it. What made them able to prosper and become wealthy is not necessarily applicable to everyone else, because they think they're better. They think they're superior. It's just like Nietzsche said. They believe, as did the other communists and socialists who preceded them, that the little people are just the scaffold who exist to support them, the elite. They believe that they're superior, and that is why, despite the fact that they live these incredibly prosperous and, in many cases, lavish lifestyles, they don't want the same for everyone else. They want to subjugate and rule. It's not enough. There's never enough in this world to satisfy or satiate the lust for power and money if you are not grounded on the same principles that made this country great, that expatiated by our founding fathers, and that is that we are endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. They have rejected that, and they believe that they are God, and they are the ones who disseminate our rights as they please. And that's actually the way that Romney legislated as a career politician after he retired from Bain. Everything that he did reflected socialism. He's a damned socialist, and there is no way, under any circumstances, am I going to take it for the team and nominate somebody just as egregious in belief and record as the current imposter in the White House. The answer to removing a socialist imposter is not to replace one with your own. I don't give a damn what happens to the Republican Party from this time forth. After 23 years, I have been punked enough. So what's our agenda at mitigateromney.com? We need to be able to demonstrate how many of us there are. Disenchanted, disaffected Republicans who are tired of being bamboozled and who are going to commit right now, not to stay home on election day if Romney becomes the nominee, but to vote for the conservative candidate, whomever that might be, whether it's somebody who is prominent, who steps up to the plate and is widely known, or whether we have to dig deeply and find a conservative candidate in one of the many small parties. We will vote for the conservative, the best conservative in the race, whomever that might be. The goal is simple. We want to stand up and be counted. We're going to sign the petition, and we're going to show the GOP and the rest of the world that we are here and we do not intend to vote for this socialist imposter. He has been pro-gay marriage, anti-gun, pro-abortion, the inventor of Obamacare. There's so many things that are out there that nobody's even bothered to report in the moderate Murdoch media. Things that I'm starting to uncover just on simple Google searches, like the fact that he was the creator of an albatross, a preposterous program called Wheels for Welfare, where as Massachusetts governor, he helped to promulgate a program to give free cars, free car insurance, free auto repair, and even free towing as a welfare benefit. He actually did this. It was such an albatross that after he left, the Democrat governor and Scott Brown had to dismantle the program. When the liberal cannot even support a socialized, grandiose scheme like that, you've got a serious problem. The GOP has got a serious problem, and we're not going down with this imposter. Sorry. So come to mitigateromney.com, sign the petition, let us know who you are. We need to stay together, and we need to build. Regardless of what happens in this primary, we are not going to vote for Mitt Romney. And we're going to stand up, and we're going to be counted, and we're going to show that right now. And regardless of what happens, we're going to plan into the general election. These are historic times. There are many former Obama voters that are up for grabs, that are out there looking for an alternative, but don't want to look at any of the current options. Like before this, leading up to the Civil War, this is a time such as that when Abraham Lincoln, a long shot, somebody that wasn't given a chance, stepped up and in a divided electorate was able to take the presidency in a new party, the Republican Party. I have been on the record, I'm supporting Newt Gingrich. I think he is, if you look at the body of his record, he is clearly a conservative. He has made mistakes, things that upset me at the time. Those issues are diminutive. They're not even issues when you compare them to the body of work of Mitt Romney as a governor. It is so bad, so egregious, that he can't even talk about anything that he's ever done as a governor. We have a man hijacking the GOP nomination once again because we cannot coalesce. I understand Rick Santorum. I like Rick Santorum. He's not going to pull out. I'm favoring Gingrich. I voted for Gingrich here in Florida. He's not going to pull out. So we've got a problem. And then, of course, Ron Paul, we know he's not going to pull out. He never has, never will. So we have to deal with the reality of what we're facing right now. There's a very good chance that this socialist imposter is going to be nominated, as he has all the money to slander the candidates opposing him. He's got the crush, the infatuation of conservative, so-called conservative pundits, like Ann Coulter, for example, who are just so gaga over the guy. Just like the women were over Obama and the Democrat Party, there's absolutely no difference. Refusing to look at the facts, coming up with the most absurd contentions in order to try to paint this guy, this socialist, as a conservative. We may not be able to overcome that, and we need to tell the GOP that it doesn't matter. We are not going to take responsibility for getting Obama elected. Just like when they said, a vote for so-and-so is a vote for John Kerry. A vote for so-and-so is a vote for Al Gore. I refuse to accept that specious lie. You don't want Obama elected? Then don't try to push a socialist down our throat. There are other candidates out there besides Mitt Romney. Pick any one of them, and I'll support them in the general election. But I will not support this modern day Elmer Gantry, snake oil salesman, who's trying to sell me a bill of goods when I see a very clear track record of socialism. Not one conservative thing has he done in government after he took his business experience and acumen, retiring from Bain and taking his expertise to government. There is a clear track record of what he did. It's leftism. And I don't care about the platitudes that you people continue to propound. I'm not buying it. Intelligent people, sensible, rational people are not going to take part of this nonsense. Obama is completely inoculated by this snake oil salesman. So if you don't like it, you better do something about it now. Vote for any of the other candidates in the race. I will support them in the general election. Santorum, Gingrich, even Ron Paul. I will support them. You want to nominate one of those three? Fine. Let's do it. Come to mitigateromney.com. Sign the petition. We are on the brink of bankruptcy as a nation. This could be it. We are not going to succumb to the lies of Mitt Romney. Thank you for joining me. I'm Scott Ryan.